Hello YouTube and welcome to my first team building tutorial. For this tutorial I am going to show you how to build a monotype water type team. I decided to do my first video on water types because I use them most often and they're my favourite types, so it's a lot easier for me to start off on. For this tutorial I'll be using a website called Pokemon Showdown and just using a team builder. So here we go. Add Pokemon. The first Pokemon I'll show you is a Lapras, because I use it in my team currently. The best item for Lapras, I think, is a Assault Vest, which is a new item this gen, which ups special defense, but it can only use all attacking moves, which works well with the moveset that I want on my Lapras. Ability, I like Water Absorb, but its hidden ability Hydration is also useful if you're using a rain dance rest kind of set, but I'm just going to show you the sets that work well for me, and that is Water Absorb. Moves, I have Surf, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is a must-have on Lapras, I think, this gen, because it lets you hit water types for super effective damage other than relying on Thunderbolt, and it has Stab and can also freeze the target. Into the EV corner, you want 168 HP, 88 in special attack, and 252 in special defense. So that's all your EV set. IVs, sorry. You pretty much, if you're breeding for IVs, then you're going to want every IV except for your attack IV. You want 5 IV. Perfect, and with a Calm Nature, up special defense minus attack. So you'll have a really specially defensive bulky Lapras. With a Water Absorb ability, which makes it excellent for double battles if in your mono team if you're using another Pokemon with Surf, which is also why I run Surf on my Lapras, because it's Stab and you have the capacity to heal a fellow team member that also has Water Absorb or Dry Skin or something like that. So that's Lapras done. On to another good Pokemon is Politod. Politod's a good Pokemon for obvious reasons, as its hidden ability is Drizzle, which summons rain on entering. An item you must want on Politod is Damp Rock, to extend the rain period from 5 turns to 8 turns, which is a big difference that is really helpful. Politod, a good moveset for Politod, I think, is Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, not Blizzard, Hypnosis, and Rain Dance. If you're wondering why I put Rain Dance on my Politod, even though it has an ability which summons rain, it's because online there are lots of Ninetales with Drought and Sunny Day teams, Prankster Sunny Day, Whimsicott and all that sort of stuff, so it's always useful to have Rain Dance to get the rain back up, plus you're holding Damp Rock, so you'll have another 8 turns of Rain Dance when you Rain Dance. That's why I always put Rain Dance on mine. Hypnosis is good because it allows Politod to dodge any sucker punches without relying on Rain Dance, and also allows you to sleep some foes, although its accuracy is a bit shaky, but I like to run it anyway. Hydro Pump again, base 110 power plus 50% boost from the rain, it makes it pretty lethal, and Ice Beam I like to have for coverage, and there's always that 10% chance to freeze your target. EV wise, you want 108 in special defense, um, 252 HP, and 148 in special attack. at least that's how I run it. I don't always go 252 on my Pokemon. I like to sometimes even them out, or round them off a bit and make them all round good Pokemon. Nature is another calm even, another calm nature. Up special defense minus attack, since you don't need attack. Again, if you're breeding for IVs, try and breed every IV except for the attack IV, because you're not going to need it. But if you get a 6 IV, then by all means use a 6 IV. So that's a good thingy for Politod. Okay, next Pokemon is a Lantern. Best items on Lantern are definitely leftovers, and best ability is almost certainly Volt Absorb. Volt Absorb is obviously really useful because you can, if you outplay your opponent right, you can switch in to electric type attacks, and not only are they not effective on Lantern, but if Lantern is ill or injured, you can predict a Thunderbolt coming your way and actually heal Lantern by switching him in. So it's always a good move to have a Pokemon that can actually resist and absorb a type that's super effective against you. So you definitely want Volt Absorb. EV-wise, or move-wise, I should probably do first. Moves, you want Volt Switch, because it works really, really well with the Parafusion set, which is the set that I run. Surf. I like to have Surf on it because, again, a lot of Pokemon on my Mono Water type team, if I do double battles, have Water Absorb, so not only am I attacking the opponent, but I'm healing my own Pokemon at the same time, which is really, really useful. And also it's a nice stab move if you're, like, I don't know, if Lantern's the last one out against a ground type, it can save your ass. Confuse Ray. And Thunder Wave. I like to run a Parafusion set because after you've Thunder Wave and Confused Ray, the Pokemon only has a 30% chance of actually attacking you, which is really, really good. You can stall out, get all your health back from leftovers, and just Volt Switch into a more powerful Pokemon to set up, or just surf and surf and surf, or just do whatever. So Lantern's a really, really bulky poke, and he's just so good. He's my favourite, well, one of my favourites. EVs, you want 252 in special defense. 36 in HP and 220 in defense. Again, you can max out HP and max out special defense, or you can 252 the defense is, and then put the remainders in HP. But this is just the way that I like to run with my stats. This is just like a guide, it's not really a set thing that you have to do. Best nature again is calm, for plus special defense minus attack. And that's what I have on my Lantern because it's just best, I think. I've never had any problems with my Lantern. Lantern's always been really reliable for me and has won me plenty of battles. Next Pokemon is Mantine. Item. There are different sets you can run on Mantine. You can have a leftover set if you're not running Lantern with leftovers, but I personally like to have Mystic Water on my Mantine, and I like the Water Absorb ability again because Lapras has Water Absorb, and Mantine has Water Absorb, and Politod has Drizzle, which is going to boost water attacks, and then Lantern can surf and heal at Mantine, and then Lapras, if you send out Lapras and Mantine together, they can surf and heal each other, and it's just beautiful. Mantine's flying water type, which means he is 4 times weak to electric, which is not the best weakness, but then again Gyarados shares the same weakness, and Gyarados is really, really powerful, so having a 4 times weakness, something doesn't necessarily make a Pokemon weak. And also, if you send out a Mantine, you can lure your opponent into using electric type attack, and then boom, switch into Lantern and Volt Absorb. So Mantine and Lantern combo is a very, very nice one, and it works out great. In fact, these 2 Pokemon never ever leave my team. So yeah, on to moves. Best move for Mantine is Scald. I cannot tell you how many times I've burnt Kangaskhan and Mega Lucario with Scald, and it's just saved my ass so many times. It's great. Air Slash also is super effective against grass types, obviously, and also against fighting types, which is good. I also run Ice Beam and Rain Dance. Now, instead of Rain Dance, you can run Wide Guard, which will protect out your ally Pokemon from something like Discharge, which could be really, really useful. And it can actually learn a Mirror Coat as well, which could be very useful if you combined it with a Focus Sash or something. You can Focus Sash, Mirror Coat, and pretty much one hit, get rid of a Jolteon straight off the bat out the way, easy, because it's obviously going to go for Thunder or something. And even if it doesn't, if it tries to one-hit you with something, then you can Mirror Coat. But I like to have Rain Dance on mine because I like to have the rain up, and I don't always have Politod in my team. In this tutorial I'll be showing you a total of 12 different Pokemon that you can slot together and slot around. And all these Pokemon work together without relying solely on one partner. So quite a lot of my team do carry Rain Dance on their own. But Mantine's always good to have Rain Dance because I came across a Groudon once and it Rain Danced, trolled it. It couldn't spam Solar Beam on me because Mantine resisted Solar Beam, and Mantine just saved the day, really. Nature, again, oh, actually no, Nature's bold on this one. You want up defense, down attack. You could go Calm again and boost your special defense, but I like to not have a really specially defensive Mantine. I like to pad it out in both defenses because I think that's better. 252 in HP. I also have 244 in physical defense. And in special defense I have 12. So then that way you have 237 max defense and 319 special defense. As I said before, if you max out special defense, and you can have 379 and then maybe put the remaining 4 in, but I just prefer to have it as 12 in special defense and 244 in physical defense because it just rounds it off better. Nature, you want bold because bold gives you more physical defense, but you could run Calm again and have more special defense. It's really entirely up to you how you run your stuff. Next Pokemon is Alola. Here he is. My Alola set is heavily reliant on the 5th gen move Knockoff. If you can't get the 5th gen shooter move, then I will give you alternatives, but the set that I run is an offensive set with Knockoff, Aqua Jet, Wish, and Protect. I know the whole Wish Protect deal is a bit gimmicky, but it really, really works. You can Wish Pass onto Lantern, who is so bulky, and it's just really, really worth having Alola. Alola is another one of those Pokemon that's a steady Pokemon that's usually almost always on my team. Ability, it has all of its abilities are really, really good, so you can pick from any of these. I tend to have Regenerator on mine because I can Wish to Wish Pass, switch out, get my own health back, as well as passing on a wish to one of my other team members. But equally, Healer and Healer and Hydration, sorry, are also really, 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 really good abilities. But I just like to have Regenerator because that works out best for me. Item, I have Wave Incense to boost my water type attacks, to boost that Aqua Jet. And that Aqua Jet should already be boosted by either Politod's Drizzle, Mantine's Rain Dance. Some way we hope that the rain will be up to boost that Aqua Jet, so you have a priority hard-hitting move. Stats-wise, I have 116 HP EVs and 60 attack and 192 defense and 140 special defense. Again, I'm not one of those 252 people. I like to balance out my EVs and make my Pokemon like all round bulk. Like Lantine's HP there, Alamola's HP there is 500, which is really high. It's almost as high as Lantine's 400, but trumps it by like a whole other 100 at level 100, which is fantastic. Its defense is 244, which is pretty impressive, and its special defense is 161. But with all that HP, it can take pretty much anything you throw at it, which is just unbelievable. It's always like a really good Pokemon to have in your team, and I enjoy using it. It's just so bulky and so reliable because you can just heal up all your other Pokemon with Wish, and it's just really useful. Next Pokemon I'm going to do is going to be Sharpedo. Oh, the nature that you're wanting on your Alola is going to be Impish, because that gives your Alola more physical defense and takes away from special attack, and special attack is a stat that we do not need. Again, if you're breeding for IVs, you want to breed all 31s in everything except for special attack. Yeah, everything except for special attack, because you don't really need it. If you can't have knockoff on your Alola, then I could suggest Bounce maybe, because that's another physical move. Or you could go special and have Scald and a Surf or something here, and change your EVs so you like got the 60 in special attack instead, and just like move it around to fit the Alola that you want. But I like to run my physical one with knockoff, but again, knockoff is a transfer move, and the only really good way to get a good knockoff Alola will be to Pokégen it, and I'm not sure how everyone feels on Pokégen. I personally don't really like Pokégen, but sometimes I needed to use it to get the Pokemon that I really wanted, so that's pretty much the only way to get a good Alola with knockoff is to gen it, unfortunately. I wish they wouldn't make move tutors certain gens only, it just makes everyone cheat. Anyway, next Pokemon is Sharpedo. Ability has to be Speed Boost. There is actually no point in running a Sharpedo in the slightest unless it has Speed Boost. Item has to be Focus Sash as well. Other people will run Life Orb on their Sharpedo, which I think is kind of silly because it just cuts the life expectancy of Sharpedo down even further. I mean, its defenses are terrible, and the only thing it's got going for it is its speed and its attack and its speed boost ability. So I always sash mine because it lets me get at least 2 hits in. If I attack first turn without protecting first turn for the speed boost, then I know I've got guaranteed other hit in, unless there's a priority move around. Move-wise, I run Poison Jab, because it's super effective against Fairy, which is super effective against you because you're half Dark type. So it's really good coverage. I like Waterfall because it's your main stab move at 80 power, and also gives a 20% chance to flinch the target. Remember that 80 power will be boosted by the rain, which either Politod, Mantine, one of our Pokemon should have hopefully brought out for us. Poison Jab also has a 30% chance to poison the target, so we're getting a lot of good moves that are high attack power and also give good secondary effects. Another move for him is Crunch, because he's Dark Water, he gets dual stab, so you want Crunch as well, which also gives a nice stat effect there, where it can lower the target's defense by 1, which would make your next attack even more powerful. The last slot I have Protect on mine. But some people think that running Protect is just predictable and cowardly and that you should just all-out attack, and if you want to get rid of Protect, then the best move I'd say to get rid of it for is actually Earthquake. I don't know how a Water Dark type can learn Earthquake, but it's very, very useful against electric types, because you hopefully, if you come against a Jolteon or something, even if it hits you with Thunderbolt, you're going to be Focus Sashed, so then your Speed Boost will kick in and you'll outspeed it and be able to hit it with Earthquake next turn, which hopefully should kill it or get it very, very close to killing it, which could be really, really good. And then even if it's like almost dead and not quite dead, you can then go in with Alola, Aqua Jet, finish it off, and then that's one of your biggest threats out of the way. I will end the first part of the tutorial here, and we'll continue the second part with another 6 Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed so far.